Hello there, this is Thomas. Welcome to another new episode of iCollect. And in today's episode, we are featuring a collector who collects robots, and more robots. So let's go meet the collector.
Hi, I'm Ento and I collect robots.
Anto, I see that you have a lot of robots here. Tell us, why are you so fascinated with collecting robots?
Probably I think when I was young, I really wanted a robot and I articulated robot, but I never had a chance to have a really good figure. And so when I started working, I made my own money. I bought my first toy and it never stopped. It's been 17 years already.
Whoa.
Yeah, since my first robot.
So how many do you have now and what kind of robots do you collect?
Probably I have about 500 or more. My collection mainly focus on like 80s and 90s kind of style of robots. Mainly they are more geometric, more simple and a bit more colorful.
Now you have selected a group of robots, place it here now, and I see them, they're relatively large. Could you tell us the significance of this group of robots that you've collected?
All these robots are probably harder to come by and almost gave up owning them actually. Because some of them are quite pricey. And, probably some I need to get from overseas, but I didn't expect to get them, especially the larger ones, I get them locally. And some are like, I got it quite at a low cost for something like over $1,000, $2,000.
Okay.
I had a good price. Okay, for example, this robot, Umami Baby 2000 is around the 1980s robot toys. It was a smart robot back then. In my opinion, it's about equivalent to today's Robbie. It's a programmable robot and can serve drink and speak with recordings. How I got them is actually from carousel listing, which was at the background of the listing. It's not for sale actually. So I looked for the seller and asked him like, please sell it to me when he's ready to let go. So about 1.5 years later, he came with his promise. He texted me, and this is how I got it. And for this one, it's the ultimate Wall-E. It was the largest Wall-E ever produced. But it was very limited production. Because there's some problems with the mechanism. So the way I got it, probably is quite a personal experience. It was my birthday. So I had a very bad birthday that year. So actually, this makes me a lot happier during the weekend.
So how did you get it?
Actually, it was on a listing and it's not far from my house, so I just go there immediately.
So this is really hard to find, this particular piece.
I would say not much around.
Because this is the biggest piece.
Limited production. Okay, the next toy is this Sota robot. It's actually not a toy. It's actually a smart robot. It can be a presenter, elderly care person, or like a receptionist. So depending on what's the software in it. So it costs like about $2,000 onward depending on the software. It's something that I wouldn't buy because it's not really too cheap.
About $2,000 is quite expensive.
And one day I was browsing the website. I saw they actually sell the case, just the case by itself, and it's all articulated.
So this is just the case that there's no software in it. Just
I think it's like a store, like a sample display. So another interesting story I would like to share about is
this one. Let me help you. Alright, this one.
It's a character from StarCraft. Called Tychus. So how I got it is actually from a flea market. The flea market is actually like those old school flea market in a wet market.
Oh, it's a wet market. You found this in a wet market?
Yes. So the condition was very dark at the moment. So when I bought it, actually I didn't know what was it, but it looked very intriguing. I got it at a steal price.
This looks like a very expensive toy. How much would this be if it was brand new?
When I come back to check, it actually cost about in retail was $700.
Ooh.
So it was a great moment for the day.
And you got it at a wet market. And to this series of very interesting looking toys here on the table, could you tell us the significance of this set of robots?
So some of them are actually something that I didn't know existed.
Okay.
Yeah. And some of them actually they are quite common in the market, but there wasn't one that actually fits my preferences.
Okay.
Yeah, so like for example, materials that disintegrate after
Okay.
collection, especially for our Singapore weather.
Right. Yes, correct.
Yeah, or some like articulated rather than a fixed statue.
So these are the ones that basically are what you prefer, articulated material use. It's will not degrade so easily.
Yeah, and with great details also.
Okay.
I would like to share about is actually this particular figure.
Okay.
Frankly, I have no information about this toy. So my understanding is actually a water, like it will swim in the water.
It looks really old, very vintage looking.
Yeah, it seems like a 70s toy.
Okay.
But I just love that weird looking style.
So how did you manage to get this one?
Also from Carousel. But I know this guy for a very long time, but we actually know him by liking each other this thing like for years. Yeah, so at the time he posted this and I made a lower offer, he actually happily accepted just to meet, to have a meetup. The other one is this Roboto.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a phone. Yeah, but this is a model kit. It's a one-to-one scale model kit made by Sharp. And the designer was same as Robot. This was available only in Japan.
Japan, right? Never need to look. Oh, this is a phone.
And just to buy a phone as a collection, I think it's quite expensive. But when I was there in Tokyo, I happened to see this model kit available. I just grabbed it immediately. So you can put it in the pocket, right? Just like that. Okay, lastly is for this figure.
I think I recognize this one.
Yeah, so it's actually
from Pixar, right?
First,
yes.
Animated character.
So this is technically speaking not a robot. So
no, it's I would say I love Toy Story. I watch Toy Story many times. Even I can repeat what they say.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think when they launched this Mattel recently during the Toy Story 4 era, actually it's like a must-have for me.
And Joe, what about this set of toys over here?
Yeah, all these figures that I've chosen is basically my all-time favorite. Like you place a special memory for me, like for example, the Raymond or Buzz, like Toy Story. It's actually it's my childhood. Then some of them is a gift from a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and some is like the Allied Walker is my sort of my first robot I've collected.
Did you first start to collect
exactly.
Star Wars?
Yes. I started with Star Wars. Yeah, spaceships or that. Those with sci-fi kind of feel.
Okay.
And slowly it transit to
robots. Yes.
Yeah. So first, probably I'd like to share for this figure. It's actually a gift from a friend when I was working in overseas. Yeah, so he gave it to me. Yeah, he found it in the flea market as well. But actually, there are a lot of missing parts, and is unable to sort of put them together. Instead of looking for replacement part, because I believe this is quite hard to find just the parts, I actually find images online, model it in 3D and 3D printed.
Okay. Yeah. So there are a couple of parts down here that's actually 3D printed.
Yeah. Yes, like for example, the knee part, this rear part,
I see.
Piece,
okay.
And the joint here. The missiles, the guns at the back.
Okay.
And this horn is the most important part.
Okay, yes.
So that I can have them in place together. I didn't really wanted to paint it, just to keep it a raw 3D printed feel. I think there's more meaning to it. Yeah.
And though I'm looking at something that is really different from the rest of your colorful robots, this one, it looks quite interesting. It looks like a porcelain toy. Is that? Could you tell us about that one? Yes.
Yeah, actually, this is not really a toy. This one is a decorative item for the interior. It's made by a company, Saliti. Yeah, so it's a replicate of the original like this.
That is the one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a series of this. So one of it is actually this robot. Yeah, so this Mazinger Z has probably an interesting story behind.
All right.
Actually, the seller has have like a bunch of collection in his store for a very long time. And one day he unboxed and start to sell it online.
Okay.
So the interesting part is he actually donated all the money he made from his collection and to the charity.
Oh,
I think quite a few $1,000s.
so it's quite meaningful to buy this.
Yeah, he's a very nice person. We had a very good chat.
And though you have collected so many robots and toys, I'm sure some of them you want to collect, but you don't have them yet. Is there a wish list of robots that you want to get hold of?
Yeah, definitely. Quite a few. Probably I'll just name 3.
All right.
Yeah. So first that came onto my head is the Iron Giant.
Okay.
By Mondo. It's about 16-inch tall. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's quite detailed and large in size. It's quite hard to find actually in the market. It's not cheap also.
Okay.
Yeah. And the second one is a vintage super giant robot. Yeah, it's those retro kind of robot. Yeah, but it's like also 16-inch tall. It's a very big, odd size kind of robot. It's huge. I especially love big size robots. The lastly probably would be 148 scale Macross, the Woodlands finish. Yeah, with the colorway. Yeah, that's all.
That's the end of today's episode. Thanks for watching, and we hope you liked today's episode. Now, you will certainly help us a lot when you give us your like and share the video. Please subscribe to iCollect if you have not. This means a lot to us as you are helping us to continue to produce good and interesting content. Now, whether you are a collector, a creator of collectibles, or a business that curates and sells collectibles and would like us to feature you, please don't hesitate to contact us via this email address. Now, to the next episode, this is Thomas saying cheers and bye for now.